It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a couple of teams who joined the league in 1950. It's gonna be a good one. Next on Madden Football.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood, we're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about a quarterback, talk about a game-breaking running back, a home run hitter when it comes to wideouts. No, today before this one, we're talking about a couple of tight ends.
And what a great game it is, Kate, to spotlight that position because we have two of the league's best. And when you go back and you watch the tape after the fact, when the ground game's running wild, it's usually these tight ends making blocks. When the passing game is getting it done, well, they play a role in the air as well. They don't get the headlines like you talked about, but these guys, man, they are cornerstones of their offense.
Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
Watson's gonna come out throwing. He's on the move. He'll try and run this. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Watson on 1st and 10. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to the air, Watson. That's complete, David Njoku. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
3rd and long for him here. Brought in by Ford. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Carlson's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Purdy throwing here to start. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Back to the air on second. Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Motioning him from the slot right. On third down, Purdy. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10 from the 41. To throw again, it's Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Options are open here. It's second and inches. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a 49er first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down throw by Purdy. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Into the hands of Kittle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now it's Purdy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
2nd drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, here's Watson. Searches from the pocket, and the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the 49ers will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Now he takes it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. George Kittle, the touchdown! And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. To return, Jerome Ford. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Browns getting their offense out there. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Diamador Lenore there on the stop.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action, it's Watson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he'll go down, we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Watson. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Chased out to his right. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Nick Bosa makes the stop.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Watson looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Nearly an interception on that play. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing is Watson. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Browns a first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
First and 10. Here's Watson. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns hold a slim 2-point lead early. David Njoku, the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns push their lead to 3. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Caught by Jennings. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here's Chubb on second down. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by Fred Warner. Only a couple of yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
They'll punt another one away. Corey Bajorquez returning to the field. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion right. Purdy throwing here on 1st. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the gun is Purdy. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. And it'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They start with 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Purdy. He beams one deep right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
On 3rd down, Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. Down the sideline inside the 30. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Best run games in this league have balance, can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They stick with McCaffrey. He finds some space again. Will take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a second quarter lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ford. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Judy there to grab it. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 39. It's complete to Ford. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Chubb here on first down. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 34. Finding Judy. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Connection made to Judy. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Ford straight ahead. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Staying on the ground with Ford. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Chubb going for the marker. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They motion the tight end over. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's Watson to the air. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a second quarter lead. Deshaun Watson with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns push their lead to 3. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Return starts at the 3. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. First and 10 now from the 30. Motioning right is Ayuk. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Those 3rd and short blitzes, you just want chaos. You just want to disrupt the clock and the timing of everybody offensively, and the defense got the job done.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. James Prochet returning this for the Browns. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff running left, Ford. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackle made by Jair Brown. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
A give to Chubb, running left. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. Watson now off play action. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He fields this at the 18. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The 49ers and this running back headed back out for a new series. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. First and 10 now from the 30. Purdy throwing here. Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 from the 41. Purdy looking to throw. Catch made underneath by the back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets them the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
First down throw by Purdy. He'll get this to Samuel. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They're set up at the 35 now. Purdy on first down. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
One of the biggest adjustments for quarterbacks going from the collegiate level to the NFL is the blitz package. Each and every practice leading up to a game time, you are spending so much time as a QB, as an offensive group, and as that O-line trying to figure out a way to stop these blitzes. But that time, the offense, the O-line, the QB, no one had an answer for that defensive pressure.
Running back sent in motion. Completed here to McCaffrey. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
5 men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Moody knocks it through. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. They've got first down from the 31. Enough to Chubb to start the drive. And he's bottled up at the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a gain of 22. And that gives the Browns a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, Watson. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher, and I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here's Chubb up the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The Browns are lined up to punt. The Niners have Ricky Pearsall ready to return. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. We've reached halftime, and it's been an even one so far. We are all tied up at the break. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. This return makes it up to the 25. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Kittle brings it in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
That's brought in by Jennings. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 48, into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now it's Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Cut by Jennings. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers take the lead right away in half number 2. George Kittle, the touchdown! His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's Ford on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action, it's Watson. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up second down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Back to the air, Watson. A throw right side, caught by Njoku. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. Third down coming. Trying to get it with the option. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun is Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Quick slant to Samuel. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. A give left side to McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Running back sent in motion. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he put just a little too much on this one as it hits in the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, Watson. Connection made to Judy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running right with Chubb. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Fred Warner.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
3rd and short, it's Watson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact, how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They kick the running back in motion. From the 24. He'll get this to Samuel. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Forced out to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Juan Thornhill getting there for the stop. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
First down throw by Purdy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
On his Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns tie this game up. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First and 10 now from the 30. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. Completed left side to Samuel. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here. Into the hands of Kittle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Purdy looking to throw. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They stick with McCaffrey, and it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Their offense running back out now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The give inside to Chubb. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the gun, it's Ford. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Chubb going for the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Watson to the air. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Here's a give to Chubb. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Pretty throwing here on 1st. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Running back sent in motion. Kittle brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Purdy on 1st down. Completed to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd down now, 7 to go. To throw again, it's Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And he's taken down at the 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun is Purdy. They did it! He made the interception! Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns have some new life in the 4th. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far. But now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
Their offense ready to take the field now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Ford. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Watson. That one complete to Njoku. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Working from the gun, Watson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Ford straight ahead. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Ford. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. Watson looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Throwing from the gun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. This is Ford. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. Watson to throw it. That one's incomplete in the end zone. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Here's Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
So now, here's third and goal. Throwing is Watson. Flushed. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
That is a wow. Maybe that's a double wow for me. 2 sacks in the previous 3 snaps. I can really criticize quarterbacks, and too often I do, to get rid of the football, but that is about a defensive effort. Knowing what's on the line when you get into situations in the red zone, Kate, can't do it much better than that.
Here's an important kick now for Dustin Hopkins. This just a 26-yarder down the middle. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Samuel now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. They're out and set, first and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be second down. Steadily keeping him involved in their passing game, Brock, but that throw didn't work out the way his earlier targets have.
It kind of felt like, you could see that from the booth, this defense was sick and tired of this running back catching the ball.
Yeah.
A whole lot more active in their coverage.
Big gain downfield. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's brought in by Jennings. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a 49er first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Running back sent in motion. This throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
McCaffrey trying to punch it in. Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now lead by 10. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Returning it from the 4. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Back out runs their offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Ball at the 33 for first down. Watson. It's complete to Ford. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 11. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Sticking to the air with Watson. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Watson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. That's Tillman, he's got it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Watson on 1st and 10. It's into the hands of Chubb. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now a give right side to Chubb. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 2 yards on the pickup, and that gives the Browns a first.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that first down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Watson now. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Working quickly here. 3rd and short, it's Watson. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
So now a big play coming from the Browns as they try for 2. Keeping it on the ground. And he's into the end zone, so the 2-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the 4th. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Samuel now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. From the gun is Purdy. Throw right side is caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers only up by a few. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Handoff now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They go right back to him. Another carry for the receiver. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the 49ers earn the win in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.